And on the other side, Gusta and Misty, we haven't seen them since the very way back beginning. So a lot of old familiar faces, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they all square up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with Less and Camilla being on that Rick Velma, that is definitely a duo you want to look out for, as well as a duo you might not just be ready for. Like, I saw so many plays, or well, we saw so many plays in that set beforehand, especially off stage. I have never seen Velma move like that off stage, man. Like, that was insanity. I have never seen gameplay like that, as well as you just don't run into Rick and Velma all that often. You just are not ready for that matchup. So let's see how Motz and Malignant Auto kind of, schmoove around those projectiles, schmoove around those portals, mystery vans, and all this other nonsense on the screen.
I mean, that megaphone play that we harped on before, that double megaphone setup off stage, I was like, dude, you take the mic.
Yeah, you got
have it, man. Like, you can hop in the caster's booth right afterwards if you're just gonna dog on them like that, because it was really well done. And being able to play those characters unconventionally, again, we'll say it, flexibility, adaptability. That's what makes a good player. Showing that skill on atypical picks as well, you gotta imagine that might just be a factor in it. Sometimes when you're playing characters that, even if they're not the most meta prominent, the surprise factor can be enough to make the playing field a bit more level. So taking advantage of that is by no means a shoddy strategy, and good play to them. I hope they do well in this set too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But of course, this is yet another tough cookie set. Like we have said before, we've got Malignant Auto and Motz making names for themselves right here with the Harley Stripe, sending people to the moon before they even hit 100 with the Stripe setups, as well as the confetti setups, whether it be, confetti proccing off of hammer, up airs, up specials, just anything, man. It's insanity.
The Mogwai pursuit do be kind of scary. The way that they're able to just, again, dip in and out of the fight is what it seems to be really makes a good Stripe. And also making sure to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away from your own dynamite. We've seen a couple times where some faulty pyrotechnics handling means that you lose your own stock to your own dynamite.
Oh yeah.
That feels rough. You got to be careful. You got to be aware of your own projectile, because if it's doing you more harm than good, why even play the character?
Yes, sir. That's what it's like to play a glass cannon like Stripe. You got to be really, really smart with your dynamite. Sometimes you just got to mash it and not hold on to it. Sometimes you got to hold on to it. That's just, what it's like to play a glass cannon, high risk, high reward character, especially when it comes to those tech chases, big combos, big gun, big chainsaw. We like everything big, apparently, here when it comes to stuff like that. So really, really good stuff coming in the next set, ladies and gentlemen. Be on the lookout.
Keep an eye out in the sky as we look to see our next matchup coming up.
Keep an eye out.
Seems to be we might be moving to actually a different matchup at the moment, just as we wait for some players to hop in. Camila, MI at the moment, that's A-okay. Hopefully everyone gets get Camila on a milk carton, make sure that they're not, wandering the streets or something before their next game. Maybe they're just, warming themselves up, like just doing some training, doing some laps around the house or something, getting that cardio in beforehand. We might be moving to a different spot here in our losers bracket, but no matter what, it's got to mean that, it does seem like actually we do have them in here. Our top analysts are saying so. We'll be seeing that matchup shortly enough. No matter what, though, as far as the losers bracket outcome, you've got to face Melly and you've got to face Brian. It's a scary prospect, and I'm honestly not sure what they got to do it, but let's focus on the present, not the future here. It's Harley and Stripe, it's Rick and Velma. This matchup, walk me through it. What should we expect? What do we fear?
Well, I've always assumed that Harley Stripe would have the same weakness as Batman Harley, kind of. They play very similarly, although Stripe has a little bit more malleability in the comp, with it being, a lot more room for kind of error when it comes to advantage state, because of the gun being such a strong element to proc that confetti. So Stripe doesn't really have anything to really get around projectiles. Same thing with Harley. The most they could kind of really do is command space with hitbox, right? With Harley Sayer, chainsaw with Stripe. So I'm just really excited to see how they play around a double projectile comp.
This is going to be interesting. And look at this. It's so different than everything we've seen prior. Both teams just kind of take a moment to ascertain the positioning, but now you can see it's clearly blue who have a bit more comfortability going in, and they're going in aggressive with these forward airs, trying to find the big rig hammer on one. They already take down Camila. That's a great start.
Yeah, that was a really, really crazy start. I did not expect them to just, you know, go on in there, man. Motz and Puzzler really securing just 2 stocks right out the gate with not much damage on the board. Well, now there is damage on the board right here. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Commentator's curse right there.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that is double trouble there. Unfortunately, all their lead comes crumbling down so quickly once they're forced off stage and give the stage control over to Crush and Camila. So that's gonna be a bit of trouble, but once again, now the shoes on the other foot, they're able to evade their way back thanks to some well-timed air dodges by Velma. There's a good team combo. Adds a bit more damage there to Velma, able though to find her way back to safety as well, using that platform, as we've seen before, as a great way to just kind of maneuver around, use these megaphone hits, get a bit more damage. Now Rick turns back to the stage. The Meeseeks though won't find anything but the corpse of your fallen ally. That's 3 in favor of blue.
Oh my, a lot of plays to go over here, ladies and gentlemen. Really good bomb play coming in from Motz previously, and of course, Camila securing that up air from before with the Rick polymorph. Oh my, that was really, really good by Camila. But crushing at 92 right now, trying to stay alive as much as possible. Camila gonna have to do some work here, but unfortunately has gun attached to her. 88 off stage. Crushing's in a bad spot. At 108 right now in burnout off stage. Camila, same position right now. Oh my, blue team has the advantage right now.
Risky trades. He's pursuing them to the ends of the earth. Will it go any better for him this time? It does. Not going to be able to last off stage like they were prior. Camila and our friend Lust do get taken out there, but not without a lack of trying. At the end of the day, I do just think that was a bit of momentum granted to Motz and Puzzler that just never was quite regained with that first early stock they got with that aggressive workaround. And now the question, of course, is, can Lust and Camila adapt? We've seen it once. I'm sure we could see it again.
Oh yeah, definitely expect them to turn this around, possibly making this a 1-1, or of course Motz and Malignant, really good in advantage state. Let's see if they could keep it up. Motz has some really good bomb plays, as well as, of course, on the other side with Stripe, really good chainsaw plays as well as gun plays. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of stuff happening right here in this game too, ladies and gentlemen. Motz Malignant versus Lust and Camila. Let's see this game 2 unfold right before us.
Same characters mean same matchup, just going to be different battle philosophies and strategies. So do we play this one slow and safe, or do we go right back in like we saw before? Clearly going to be the latter in terms of the philosophy of our blue team here. Motz and Malignant just not trying to give any time to breathe, but Crusher and Camila responded pretty well, trying to re-ascertain that center stage control. But unfortunately now the pressure separating the fight, the ISO play is going to benefit the combo characters, trying to just regroup, but now Rick unfortunately sent back to the side stage, going to be able to still get back to safety, but not before eating a lot of percent.
Yes, Crushing's already at 79 right now. Camila sitting at 40. Pretty even percentages, all things considered. But Motz and Puzzle getting this up air seals the deal on the horizontal side of the blast zone. Nice little option select with the dynamite, but it wasn't enough. Crushing saved just one air dodge, which was just enough to get back to stage right here. Oh my gosh, really good plays. They're taking the stage right now with projectile versus Crushing at 114 right now in burnout, but gets caught unfortunately. Blue team is doing really good, staying alive and finding stocks.
Good Mogwai pursuit there to try to get a bit more closing space. Now just trying to put them down out of the ground. Stripe and Harley eliminated just as quickly to even the board. It is just about a completely even game at this point. Seeing the plays isolated once more. See how it goes well for you. Once again, Red are going to experience the worst end of that trade, especially with Stripe dealing so much damage. Now there's playing volleyball with poor Rick. Gets sent skyward. One more stock means it's going to be curtains, and Velma might just be it.
Yeah, really early kill on Crushing right there. Super unfortunate for him. So Camila has to do Camila. Oh man, but that nair catching her foot. Oh my gosh. Really good stuff coming in from blue team. They have all the momentum right now. They have all the momentum. Oh my. So let's see what Lust and Camila could do right here, other than, you know, dying very, very early. Unfortunately for Lust, he did die at 40, I believe. Don't want to die at 40, especially to Harley and Stripe, because that opens up your next stock, your fresh stock. You never want to get hit on your fresh stock. Never.
And then a character like Stripe, it allows them to feel even more liable to play with reckless, wanton abandon with those dynamites. Just, you know, if I go, so I'm taking you, if you go, I'm taking you with me, or if I go, I'm taking you with me, is the idea behind it. And if you have that extra stock to play with, why not? There's nothing to lose at this point. So if you give up that first stock, it becomes a snowball effect, and it's just dangerous. I don't know, I think Lust and Camila have got to maybe just really focus on returning back to what we saw in that prior set that got them to that game 5, which is that vertical play. It does not seem like they're ever playing with the game's rhythm in their favor. You can see it right here already. Rick under pressure. If that up air hit, that might have already been that first stock.
Yeah, that Harley up bat is very hard to dodge at certain points, but Lust almost getting that horizontal ladder right there, but just didn't quite get it. But of course, gonna set up some Rick laser, Rick stuff. Let's see it. All right. Easy neutral.
Easy neutral, but it's going to quickly return back to disadvantage here for Red if they get knocked up skyward. Every time Velma jumps, she's putting herself in a precarious position. They haven't quite found a way to punish it just yet. There's a good weight there from Harley. Staying on the ground, tries to find the charge hammer. Unfortunately, Velma went just a bit too high for that to quite work. Now sending Velma right back over to the Stripe. Brilliant combination. Not necessarily even intentional, is trying to get extra damage, but you saw Stripe instantly. Puzzler knew how to react, and that's going to result in 2 kills already, and none on the side of Red.
Yeah, I've noticed as well as side special being brought out by Stripe, grounded side special, could actually eat some projectiles too. So they do indeed have some projectile protection, but even then, these projectiles are just not proving to be enough to ward off the power of Stripe up special, Stripe gun, Stripe laser. Like, oh my, like Stripe has it all. Stripe has it all.
Strike's about to have another kill on this Rick if he did not get back to stage. Taking so much time, finally finds the portal back in, gets that double polymorph on, but what can you do to capitalize? You've got to find damage, and that up air string we've seen work so well before just was not here this time around. They do finally find one on top of the Stripe, but you really need to get a bit more extra credit on top of it. And now you're finding yourself at death's door, and you're finding yourself Dunsky. Another game taken there by the friends on blue.
Yeah, double projectile being taken out by double assassin. You definitely do not see this every day, especially in the world of multiverses. Oh my gosh. Especially with Stripe getting so much value out of that up special as well as that side special, getting those Meeseeks out of the way, word bubbles as well, provided just enough coverage for Harley to get in there, set up some confetti stuff, so that way Stripe could follow up, whether it be from multi-hits or, you know, Sayers, or another one, of course, the gun.
It's just good recognition of when bots and Puzzler needed to go in or when their target was not worth chasing after. I think personally back to that play where Rick's off stage, you have them deep down off the ledge trying to find their way back in with that portal gun, and they just left him alone. They said, okay, listen, we can try to dive for it and risk getting a reversal, or we can just go beat the hell out of Velma. Why not? Get the school nerd, you know, give her a wedgie, give her a swirly, and by the time Rick even got back to stage, what was it, 80% or 80 health, already built up with the quickness that opens up the chance for once they get Rick off, Velma's gone in a flash. So that's just great awareness, recognizing what's the cost-benefit ratio of us trying to secure this stock where we might get, you know, it could be a low percent chance, but hey, Rick gets above us, down air, suddenly it's their game to win. Instead, we choose to go with the safe play, the smart play.
Sir, and that is what provided them the win, the overwhelming win. In fact, although the games were pretty close, just Lust and Camila just couldn't get that final confirm, that final set play to secure them. Even a game, unfortunately, for them. But yeah, really, really good plays, regardless, coming in from Lust and Camila. Hey, as we say in multiverses, next patch. Next patch.